We played a bunch of Endgame of Devil on stream. Those videos probably have come out by now. I don't know, maybe they didn't. Maybe I need to be better at planning my YouTube content. But we made it to level 3, which is exciting. Some new things that we have on level 3. 30% chance of an attack, -1 temporarily upon a minion deals combo or crit. It's kind of gross, to be honest with you. The healing stone is still here. Health plus at this point. Just getting kind of chaotic, but we also have some new rings, right? So we have this one. It gives a chance to gain epic or legendary minions on an increase. And then this one, one time for 1 level, I click the treasure, I gain accelerate. It's fine, right? I mean, it's good. I think that's a good way to word it. We're gonna run with some refreshes, 2 phantom swords, and then the lens here to increase our chance of some higher quality units, and we're going to hop in and we're going to see exactly what's going on here today. So we start with a blood arrow beholder and a fire imp for fireballs, 2 phantom swords we get from our thingy that we had going already. So it's fine, right? I'm not going to get too crazy here, but I'm not going to get too not crazy here. I'm going to tell you right now, I hate pretty much all of these units. Give me a poison imp. For what it's worth, I do not think the poison imp is that great. Dude, it's a tentacle day. Okay, let's try it. We haven't tried it yet. Let's try it. So tentacle attack +2 per 3 tentacles on the board. Maybe there's a chance that I could pull off something very, very strange here and get enough tentacles. I mean, you're continuing to provide me them, so I'm hopeful at the current moment. But maybe we can get something going. Deal a blood arrow per 2 demon minions. Just to confirm, our tentacles are a demon minion, so we're going to build into that. Let's just see what happens, right? Damage if near an undead. I'm going to not be concerned about that. I'm going to not be concerned about this. The Lich, okay. Gain a removal and a refresh every 3 turns. You know what? You're just a solid unit, right? You're just a solid unit. Sometimes it's good to build into a scenario, you know, such as, I mean, dude, don't get me wrong, I love Darksabers too, but I'm gonna re-roll this one. Sometimes it's good to build into a scenario, like Tentacles, that I just want to make it be known that we now are sitting at +2 damage on all of our tentacles, and they're going to do a ridiculous amount of stuff for me. I'm fine with this as well. Keep in mind, they're also a melee unit, not a psycho unit. Oh, I just got like attack -1 on a bunch of stuff as well, which is kind of gross. This is a reroll for me. Anyway, as I was saying, sometimes it's good to do that. Sometimes it's time to just put good minions in your deck, right? And that was what I wanted to do. 80% chance to generate a toxic fog when Murloc attacks. I mean, don't get me wrong, this sounds actually like kind of lit, but we can't do it. I have to do better. Auto crossbow is good. We take it. I think these are horrible. As much as I would like to have the ability to take a unit like that in this scenario, I simply cannot, okay? So, toxic fog damage going up. I think we can do like a tentacles and fog, right? So you generate a toxic fog per nearby minion removal. That means that I have to be nearby a minion, to be fair, for you to make use out of my life. Gain a removal and self-remove. You just kind of exist for me. Look, man, the tentacles are not very good. I think that we need to have ourselves a little bit of a look at the situation and realize the tentacles are kind of terrible. Werewolf gains a permanent +1. It would go crazy if I had a werewolf, right? But unfortunately, I really don't at the current moment. Blood arrows are still good. I mean, we can kind of spec into blood arrows as well. You know what? Sure. I think that will work. And then you take another poison imp. So we're basically, we're running a tentacle build paired with an imp build paired with a blood arrow build. And I'm gonna tell you, I think that is completely fine, okay? I think that's completely fine. we are going to refresh. We are going to take a Tentacle. I'm going to kill you. That now gives us a Toxic Fog. That Toxic Fog damage is +2. So you will all take 4 damage from Toxic Fogs, I think, or something like that. Whatever happened, it went great. Okay? It went great. Click to remove a treasure, recruit 1 minion and 2 of its copies. Could end up being huge if I get a Tentacle. Okay. Okay. So now the Tentacles should be doing an amount of damage that is halfway decent. I did not take the werewolf-related thing. Imp minion, all demon minions gain an attack +1. Attack +2 per 3 times Tentacles on the board. And so you're telling me your damage right now, you did 5. Now you could do 6. Oh, I didn't even use this, brother. I'm an idiot. Okay, let's use it now. Beholder, don't care. Don't care. Would really like you to be good on this refresh. I mean, Blood Demon is like pretty decent. There's a lot of blood arrows if we take you. Yeah, you know what? I think that's completely fine. The board is now filled with demon units. The demon units are going kind of crazy. I mean, dude, our damage is actually nuts. We just kill them all in 1 turn. So that's pretty good. I refresh. Werewolf, we don't care. When a minion's CD turns to 0, 40% chance of gaining a permanent attack. We are running a build that is a lot of CDs, dude. So I think that is completely fine here. I will refresh until I get something like a Candle Demon. No, not a Candle Demon. I don't care about a Candle Demon. Minion on the board gains a permanent attack +4. Psh. On a CD2, you're gonna get nice and buffed by this man. We have good stuff going on here. It's a little janky, I'm not gonna deny that. But overall, I'm relatively pleased with how this build is going right now. I mean, we're just kind of cranking people away. We're having a good time. Board, we got open slots. I mean, look at the damage, man. Look at the freaking damage. It's just coming out. You absolutely love to see it. Shadow Ball, don't care. Generate a Calamity upon recruit or gain 5 minions. I don't really care, to be honest with you. +2 damage to melee is completely fine. Now, I will say, I think that it probably would have been intelligent. We can't take you today, unfortunately. You're an amazing unit, but I cannot take you. I do think that there is going to be a time where the Tentacles are no longer useful on this run, for what it's worth. Like, we need to buff this build. I mean, I don't know, we're completely fine. So maybe I'm absolutely insane. Another Lich to just continue to fuel our removal. At any point, we could go for the crazy removal, right? I don't necessarily hate it. Magic Blade, +2 bunch of times. Gain some refresh and removal. I mean, unfortunately, none of the legendary items here are that good for our run. I suppose we could Magic Blade, just buff some of our guys. I'd rather just have some removals and refreshes, if I'm honest. I don't really care about any of these. Yeah, unfortunately, those all suck. I will take my removals and my refreshes, and then we'll let them rip a little bit. Not doing a lot of damage. Give me another Tentacle. So now we're at 8 Tentacles. I need 1 more Tentacle for things to be really good. I mean, I'm just looking at our board and I'm like, brother, I don't know what I'm doing. It's mainly just blood arrows that are our way of doing damage right now. The Tentacles, I mean, I need something really, really good to buff the Tentacles if we are going to make this happen. Baby Dragon, Fire, and Thunder are not really useful. Ogres are not really useful. I mean, Stitch Archer is not really useful. Unfortunately, I just refreshed through a lot of units. But, kinda is what it is. This sucker doing a blood arrow per 2 demon minions. Unfortunately, I'm gonna tell you, I think what the best play is for us is we need to... I mean, there's some plays, right? Click to remove this treasure, copy a specified minion. I mean, I could copy I mean, we would want to copy a damn tentacle. I have to make the tentacle build work, okay? I understand that the tentacles are not actually what's doing the damage for me, but I will see it through. I mean, I can't buff the tentacle, man. You gotta dupe Colossus here. he's just a better unit. Okay. The tentacles we now have. I mean, they're doing 12 damage apiece, man. That's not horrible. The Wendigo? I don't need the Wendigo. They're doing 12 damage apiece. Because it's attack plus 6 per 3. Attack plus 2 per 3 on the board. It's very important to keep in mind that it's limited to what is on the board. So the only way... It's just the damage is not that good, man. You got 5, 5, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay, you gotta say goodbye to the toxic fog build. Cause that's just not working, right? And then the fire imp also has to go, like for certain. Should have removed him sooner, but that's okay. The beholder can also go. Toxic Fog Snail needs to go as well. I probably have now killed way too many units off that were on the board though. But I seriously do not want to forget to remove him. We will clobber you in due time. Everything is okay. We're just a little... Things are a little spicy for the future. I don't think this run is good enough at the current moment. Blood Arrow will also attack adventurers near to the attack target. Yeah, it's like really good. Yeah, it's really solid. Oh my god, dude. Blood Arrow attack plus 8. Yeah, that's like pretty solid, I'd argue. So Blood Arrow, I mean, yeah, it's really good. It's really good. Unfortunately, I mean, look, the tentacles, they're fun, right? They're fun. We enjoy a nice tentacle here in this house, but I can't rightfully look at them and be like, yeah, they're gonna make us, they're gonna make us get there. Like, they're not gonna make us get there. We need something. I mean, come on, man. Damage plus 5 to blood arrows. It's just insane. It's absolutely insane. I have no... There has to be an item or a minion or something that buffs our damn tentacles, man. Don't get me wrong. I think the run is still a win, but I'm not giving up on the tentacles. I'm really not. Calamity per thunderstorm, I don't care. As fun as Chewbacca may be. Dude, it's annihilation. Damage dealt by Shadow Ball, we don't care. We don't care about any of this. Time Hound, we don't care. Remove 2 minions, gain a legendary demon minion. Maybe it's a tentacle monster, right? You never know. I'm gonna say probably not, though. Demon Warlock. Gain Infernal. Generate 5 Calamity upon recruit. I mean, you're like fine. I don't think you're amazing, but you're like fine. We can definitely take this and then just have you for a little bit. You're a good unit. How much damage we dealing? It's still like a plentiful amount. I don't think that we are in any fear of this run losing right now. No, there's no chance right now. I still think it's gonna get worse. I'm continuing to add tentacles to my board, but because we are still in a position where we have open slots, right? I will keep adding tentacles as long as we have open slots. Damage dealt by undead. Unfortunately, we do not have a lot of undeads. I mean, we don't need removals. I got 66 removals, brother. The last thing I need is removals. Enable see the ability of all mimic chests on the board. You know what? If we get a mimic chest, happy days for me. I'm not expecting to take a mimic chest anytime soon, though. Enjoy your death and suffering, fellow adventurers. I love that my auto crossbow is also doing like insane stuff. Fire elemental. Don't really care, to be honest. Swamp worm, as fun as it could be. Wish you buffed my tentacles. If you buffed my tentacles, then maybe I would have some interest in you as an individual. Gain a random epic minion, then self-remove. You know what? You gotta try. Okay, you gotta try. Smack ya. Go for it. I've gained Infernal, whether or not I want them or not. Different ball game to explore. Just don't care about any of these. I'll take the extra damage on crit that we'll never get. Attack +2 permanently. Deal permanent AoE after 3 uses of CD ability. I mean, you're an insane unit. There's no denying that. The fact that we're getting all these Mimic chests is also hilarious, and we're never going to see them work. They're never going to do absolutely anything on our run. We probably lose. I'm going to tell you that this build, I'm struggling with that I don't think it's as good as what we thought it was. But I hope that I'm wrong. I mean, we're 6 turns still that we can deal damage. We've already killed 3 of them, 4 of them, almost 5 of them, to be fair. 25% chance of gaining an attack if Fireball or Wave Blade is dealt. You know what? We got open slots, I think. No, we don't. We don't got any open slots, man. Actually, we will have a ton of open slots. Dude, we're in fine shape. Damage taken +5 for nearby adventurers from Fireball, Toxic Fog, or Thunderstorm. Don't really care. I'm gonna skip you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. That now means we fill the entire grid with our people. There's also, you see this sucker? Oh, we just annihilated him. We did 220 damage to him right there. What the hell even did damage, man? Was it just Blood Arrow Insanity that did the damage? What are you, by the way? Wave Blade? We don't really care. Did we end up getting like a legendary unit that did something wild? Or was it just the fact that our Blood Arrows did 220 damage? I think that's that's probably the most realistic scenario, was the Blood Arrows doing an absurd amount of damage. Okay, level 4, 30% chance of attack -1 temporarily, yeah. When a minion CD turns to 0, 50% chance of restoring HP for the adventurer. That does not bother me at all. I probably should have put on a new ring that we unlocked, but oh well. We starting with a Goblin and a Eye of the Beholder. So, am I gonna go fire arrows again? Hard to tell. Really hard to tell. You could go rats, okay? I'm going to try to go Toxic Fog and make the removal build work. And we could also try to go with a bullywug Wave Blade type scenario. I think that is at least interesting. Giant Rat deals extra damage equal to the total quantity of removal and refresh. Could have been fun. Could have been a lot of fun, but I opted for no rats, so what are you gonna do? Take another Poison Imp? We do need to remove enemies, or remove our, I suppose they're enemies if you think about it a certain way, but generate Toxic Fog upon removal. We're just gonna buff. I should have taken the other thing, to be fair, but it's okay. Refresh me. Don't really care about the bat. Don't really care about any of these, to be honest. I'll take another Burst Worm. And then we just want to remove, when we can get a Burst Worm next to a guy. This Medusa. Take another Bullywug. Just for kicks and giggles, okay? I mean, we're in fine shape. We're killing this wave, no issues whatsoever. Remove inorganic minions after their attack. Gain Chaos Lord. Self-remove after 3 times. I don't really care about that. We refresh. Crits deal more damage. Dude, you tried to give me Giant Rat so many damn times. Just give me this. We'll get some inorganics on the board. That's what the blue thing is an inorganic, as you can see in the bottom right. I never realized that. I thought that just meant anything that isn't this, which, to be fair, makes sense to me, but that's okay. I should have added some units, man. Not exactly optimal play here in any way, shape, or form. Gaining attacks. I don't even know why. Okay. Give me a removal on you to generate 3 Toxic Fog for this wave, just to do a little bit of extra damage to my friends. We could go with slimes. I do think that slimes are bad. Maybe you can make them cracked, but I can't really fathom any way for me to make a slime build work. Maybe eventually. Give me another bullywug. There's a lot of synergies for bullywug and waveblade dance thing, so I'm going to try. Remove poison imp and fire imp on the board, dealing damage equal to remove times 6. This is basically me committing to bullywugs instead of doing poison. Honestly, let's go crazy. We're gonna go all bullywug. I'd take a poison imp. We're gonna basically wipe the next wave as a result of this. So goodbye, and everybody pretty much dies. So close to a wave 1 kill. But not quite. We're not getting any rare units, man. I mean, absolutely freaking none. Which is a tough situation for us. But that's okay. These are bad. Refresh me. Blood Arrow. I mean, we could maybe go with Golden Horn just to get some more minions on the board. This build sucks. I know that we're just cruising along and everything seems to be going fantastic, but the build is genuinely, like, psychotically bad. I'm basically just getting slow and steady stats by removing poison imps. I mean, to be fair, it keeps working. You keep on giving me a poison imp, which then does 6 damage to every enemy or something like that. So it's doing something. It's just not good units, man. Become the highest quality minion on the board. That's gonna be a freaking... It's gonna be a freaking nothing, dude. You're just bad. I gotta get a better unit on the board in the next turn for him to turn into. A poison imp is not the one. I'm gonna tell you, these are horrible. Okay. It'll be fine. Give me some refreshes. I'd like to not... Maybe this is the move. Tree ants? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Ah! If Tentacle is greater than 3 on the board, remove 1 and the rest gain its attack. This is what we needed, dude. That sucks. Okay, we can copy a minion. Give me Fire Imp, because you get removed. Then attack. This guy's gonna just copy idiot. He copied a freaking skeleton, brother. What am I supposed to do? That's horrible. Okay, it's Bullywug Insanity. I should not have copied a Bullywug. I should have just held on to that item. This is a little bit of a meme build, for sure. It's just Bullywugs as far as the eye can see. And I don't think that is ever going to work, for the record. I can't believe there is a Tentacle item, and I can't get it now. Now, I will say, the item the person we just picked up is not horrible, right? She buffs nearby minions, just gives them attack increases, which I think is pretty good. So I'm chill with it. Everybody take their 6 damage. It's gonna be a little tight as to whether or not this one we escape from. We will escape from it, but obviously you can tell this build sucks. It's really bad. Slimes deal crits. There's still time. There's still time. We could make a slime build work. Maybe you just gain Medusa at some point. Per undead minion removal. We can at least... This is now... Oh, we're so dead. There's no way I'm beating a elite, man. Give me... Undead minion. You're not an undead minion for what it's worth. I can at least remove undead minions. Poison imps also are fine because they do damage to a bunch of people. I don't know. It's like kind of working. Banshee, don't care. Give me a fire imp because you get removed, deal damage to everybody. I'm just getting carried by that singular item doing 29 damage a turn right now. Battle Knight, I can't take. I've had some of the worst draw on this one that you can physically have. Highest attack minion on the board gets permanent attack plus 1 or 2. I can't remember what it said. These are bad. But you're undead, so I can at least remove you to buff somebody else in the future. Okay. They're rough, man. 5 damage randomly upon a minion CD turned to 0. This is basically if I'm going to run a CD build, which to be fair, I totally am. So let's take that. Undead minions, take you. These are all just removals in the future for what it's worth. I just got to get people on the board right now. Fire imps get removed. I mean, dude, this wand is gonna do some stuff for me, for what it's worth. Undead minions, I take you. I understand they're completely ass units. We're gonna remove them as we get better ones. Just gives me something to keep building towards. Undead minion. They're so bad, man. They're like the worst units you've ever seen in your life. But it's like halfway decent. Give me a bullywug. Go ahead and attack. You got 3 empty slots. You're still killing waves, so I guess everything's going fine. Remove this treasure. Recruit a minion and 2 of its copies. I'm gonna do that. I'm going to now refresh. I'm going to take an undead minion. We need to get a bullywug increase, like, now, okay? We need it now. Give me you. I'm going to remove the worst unit in the game right there. I'm going to also remove you. We're just buffing your attack, slowly but surely getting your attack to a state that we are okay with. Tree ants are not it. I'm saving my refreshes for potential, saving my refreshes for a potential big time play here momentarily to get a Waveblade damage increase of some kind. Fire imps are completely fine. The Rot Blacksmith is actually also completely fine, because you're just gonna continue to buff hopefully the same unit over and over. I don't know, maybe. Do those guys do melee? They do. I mean, they're my highest damage minion, so these 2 are just gonna keep buffing the bullywugs over and over, which I think is good. We need a Waveblade increase. None of these are Waveblade increases. None of these are Waveblade increases. Believe it or not, none of these are Waveblade increases. Gaining removals does not help me the slightest. That's just tough. Inorganics now, kind of good. Not that helps me pretty much in the slightest. If this run even remotely wins, I'm going to scream. This run sucks, dude. It's real bad. It is an absolutely miserable build. But it's my miserable build. We'll make it work. I probably should have taken an inorganic. I don't know. Maybe not. Murdoch? Merodach? The Chief Murloc. Unfortunately, I need the opposite of you. I need the Chief Bullywug. The Chief Bullywug, and we go to the moon. But we don't have the Chief Bullywug, so I'm not going to the moon at the current moment in time. Fire Imp just gets killed. We appreciate him. I never knew I would take this many imps on this run, man. But they are getting the job done, that's for sure. Just need... The damage is so bad. It's so bad. Crit will definitely deal extra damage. Can't take it yet. Click to remove and copy. Damage +2 to melee. I mean, a lot of our units are melee, for what it's worth. I mean, almost every minion is melee. What the hell are you doing here? I don't want you. I think you gotta do this, and then hope and pray that you end up with something that buffs your bullywugs. I'm going to get absolutely obliterated in a fight here in the nearby future, right? Like, we are just going to get absolutely clobbered by some fight. It might be this one. So far, I'm not necessarily convinced it's going to be this one, but we'll see. Plague Doctor, you are so useless. Another bullywug? Don't mind if I do. Kill you. I mean, we're just slowly buffing this singular unit. And then you're going to get buffed by those because I'm buffing you repeatedly, right? You're up to 14 damage. You guys are just going to be buffing you, I think. So, I guess it's fine. I mean, we're okay with it. It's just the bullywugs are not exactly profiting in any way, shape, or form. So what do? I take another bullywug. This goblin is also completely worthless in our build. Might as well get his ass the heck out of there, because he is completely worthless. A mimic chest, maybe there's something with a mimic chest here. I'm still clobbering. Highest attack minions on the board gain permanent attack +1 with a CD2. This would buff our wand, but it would only buff the singular minion. We need a Waveblade, man. Nature minion on board gains permanent attack +2. That's at least buffing our people. The Lich is also just a good unit, so I'm pleased with this. We made some good increases here. I think that this is a good time for us to Spirit. Blood Arrow, don't care. Take a Fire Imp. This is a good time for us to remove some trash units. We're slowly reaching the point, I'm going to tell you. All of the trash units are kind of gone. And let me rephrase that. A lot of the trash units are still here, primarily because they're bullywugs. They are trash units at the current moment in time. But it's okay. They're doing good things for me. We continue to remove buff, remove buff, remove buff over and over and over until I cry myself to sleep tonight. There's that. I remove you. Continue going. Continue going. Damage is being dealt. That seemed a little bit scary because they healed more than they took damage on that one. I can also at any point use that, but I'm going to tell you I don't feel comfortable using that quite yet. Because I would really, really like to get an insane unit that buffs. Shadow Lord is not that insane unit, I'm gonna tell you. The Spirit is not that either. I take a frickin' mummy. Just trying to make sure that we can do some refreshes here. Remove this treasure, gain 6 refreshes. Brother, we're in hell. We're in absolute hell. Gain and accelerate, I mean, maybe. At least take a zombie. I think you got one more wave until hell breaks loose. Somehow we're still in this. I cannot simply believe that to be the case. Let's remove your ass because you're useless. Your ass because you're useless. Your ass because you're useless. Gives me a lot of time to get units going. You did just add a rare person to my deck. 25% chance of gaining permanent attack if Wave Blade is dealt. Thank God. Okay, that's at least a unit that makes sense. Deal a Fireball if Goblin or Bugbear attacks. That is so useless. Okay. So now you got to make the decision. This guy is going to gain attack quick. He's already up to 12. Okay. Let's copy you now because you could go off, okay? You could go off. Take you. It's basically going to be, can we get that guy in front of the main enemies at all times? And if we can, we're going to be fine. Necromancer. Oh my god, here we go. Remove the lowest attack undead minion on the board. Deal Waveblade to all adventurers. You're a requirement, okay? You're a requirement. Because now you're going to remove people I don't like and buff everything else. This is actually all of a sudden this is very interesting. I don't need these. Melee going up does not really matter. We'll just take a melee +1. Another succubus I think is completely fine. I don't think it's a great unit. And it's the boss wave. I'm going to tell you, I still think that we are completely screwed in this. But I am willing to see it through, okay? I'm willing to see it through. Deal 1 crit per 3 attack. I don't even know what that means. No, we don't want you. We do have to remove you, and we have to remove you. The Necromancer will remove you, so that should be fine. Okay, Waveblade is going to go. What are these guys' attack at? Chimera? I don't really care about you. Just continue to add some crap units on the board, just to be sure that our crap units are doing stuff. You're up to 24, you're up to 11. It's decent, okay? It's decent. I think you're witnessing that this does not work for what it's worth. But I'm humoring it. I am humoring it. Gain a refresh per 6 attack. Or per 3 attack. I would gain 2 refresh by adding you and then removing you. Maybe. Okay, maybe. Let's remove one of you. Okay. A bullywug does not help me, for the record. The bullywug chieftain. Enable to see the ability of all bullywug on the board. We've done it. In the final 3 things here, you gotta take another one of him too. Okay, you gotta make sure that you're getting all of the units you want on the board right now on the board. Get this guy out of here. 21, so there's 25 slots on the board. You have 6 enemies. I need to be at 19 to effectively cover the entire space. Succubus is no longer useful. Get out of here. I need my bullywugs all on the board at the same time. I'm going to also Gambler's Pinky. And we're going to take none of these. We're going to take none of these. Didn't we took Medusa's hand though at some point, didn't we? Medusa? Yeah, damage taken +5 to adventures near Medusa. Give me a bunch of Medusas to pair alongside our Bullywug Waveblades, each one doing an additional 5 damage. Send it. Maybe there's a chance. It actually just annihilated the entire screen, dude. It killed the entire freaking screen. That actually worked so well, it's insane. When nearby minion CD turns to 0, gain a permanent attack +1. I'm gonna tell you, it like so would work if this wasn't the final wave. I think you're dead right here. I think it's an annihilation. Oh my god, you're so close. You're so close to dead. One final turn. Fortunately, we got there. I didn't expect that to happen, okay? I really did not expect that to happen. I think that was a very, very broken run. It really only got broken in the final fight, so that's fun. That's been Endgame of Devil. If you enjoyed, as always, liking the video, much appreciated. I will see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.